continue with postgame, now joined by representatives from the University of Tennessee. Left to right, we have head coach Karen Weekly and student athletes Ashley Rogers and McKenna Gibson. Coach, if you'd start us off with some comments on today's game.
That's a huge win. You know, last night's important because you want to come in today in the winners bracket, but that game is equally important because if you drop either last night or that one, it's going to take you 5 games to come through this, and you know, it's just really big for us to get that one and be able to rest and recover the rest of the day. It's hot out there. You know, it's just a battle, but couldn't be more proud of the team. That's championship softball. Great pitching, defensive plays that make a difference, and timely hitting, and really proud of our offense, the way we just hung in there, you know, and kept getting better with our at-bats and finally paid off. And, you know, you see Boo here, and she's here for a reason. Couldn't be more proud of her because, you know, everybody knows she was in a slump, but, man, for a freshman, the emotional maturity to just stay level and continue to play great defense and just keep working on her hitting, and we knew it was going to come.
Coach, thank you. Let's raise our hands for questions. Go ahead.
This is for both Ashley and McKenna. How nice was it to get some vengeance against Oregon State?
Definitely didn't like how the last one went. The first time, we did not play well. I did not pitch well. It wasn't us for sure, and I just really think that we showed them who Tennessee softball is today, and that's just a huge step in the right direction. Not only just to beat them, just whoever it might have been, that's a huge win. It's really important to win that second game.
Madison?
Actually, almost a perfect game, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, and no runs. Just how did you approach this game going against Oregon State?
Just one pitch at a time. You know, I didn't want to overdo it. Of course, I was not happy about how the last time went when I pitched against them last time, and I had that little vengeance on my shoulder, but I just wanted to not let myself get too amped up about that. Just wanted to keep a steady head throughout just take it pitch by pitch and not get too high or too low, and just do what I needed to for the team.
Cora?
You're having quite a weekend for your first NCAA tournament. What do you feel like has helped prepare you this season to come up big when your team needs it most?
Kind of like what Karen said, I was been in a slump for quite a while, so just grinding it out, working with our hitting coach, keeping it simple, you know, not making things too big, and just trusting myself in the process of everything and all the work that I've put in, so that's been helping a lot.
Reese?
Going off that, Karen said after the SEC tournament that you guys need to reset. What did you do? You mentioned a little bit, I think, but what did you do to reset and refocus?
Yeah, I think we did take a couple days to rest and kind of just focus on getting back to how we normally are in our normal selves. But then after that, it was just a grind and working in and out, practice, hitting off the field, on the field. So that preparation coming into this weekend really showed these past couple games.
Cora?
For either of you guys, given that this was kind of a pitching duel to start, when you had the first home run, then Kiki hits that boom shot, what was the reaction like, and did that feel like kind of a weight off your shoulders given how tough the other pitcher was today?
I think offensively it just showed our progression throughout the game. We were hitting on her, we were squaring balls up, but we just weren't getting the results that we wanted. So I think finally having those 3 runs come in was kind of just a weight lifted off of that, and just showing that we just keep progressing throughout the game and good things are going to happen.
Coach, can we get your thoughts on Kiki's home run?
It was awesome. Kiki is just a big-time player. You know, Kiki's a gamer, and big-time players step up in big games, and Kiki did that. Ashley next to me, 88 pitches, you know, like you said, almost a no-hitter, just a brilliant performance, and, you know, keeping it one pitch at a time. But, that's what Kiki does too, is Kiki just stays in the moment. She really keeps our team locked in. She's an emotional leader for us, and we all know when Kiki comes up, something good's going to happen.
Cora?
Karen, after the Ole Miss series, you and Kiki had a pretty long discussion, one practice, about trusting her process and getting her back on track after kind of a rough weekend. How have you seen her embrace that and, you know, come up with, 9 for 14 in the postseason? You know, how have you seen her kind of trust that process from your end?
You know, what these ladies do is hard. You know, for any athlete, what they do is hard. It's just they work so hard at it, and they want success so bad, and they put in the work to get it. And no matter how great you are, sometimes just, emotionally you just need to kind of get a reset. And I think what Kiki was doing was trying to just do too much for the team. Kiki understands how important she is to our team. But there's that fine line, and then not trying to take too much on your shoulders. And I think that was happening to her a little bit, just trying to do too much. And we all know what happens when we do that. So it was just a good opportunity just to talk about, hey, you just got to do you and let other people, pick up the slack as well. You can't do everything for everybody. Just focus on being a great leader and just be yourself when you go out there and have fun playing.
Reese?
Ashley, I have only seen you strut off the mound one time. It was a strikeout with the bases loaded. I don't remember. I haven't watched every pitch either, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be strutting a little bit more today. What was the vibe behind your intensity, I guess?
I just wanted to go out there and be myself. I mean, it's no secret this year has been really tough for me, just health-wise, and even that was really tough mentally to go through. And just the support that I've had from this team and the coaching staff through this process has been something I'm forever grateful for. And they just encouraged me to just go out there and be myself no matter what. I may not be 100%, and I may not have my best stuff every single time I walk out there, but go out there and just be myself and trust that the team is going to have my back the whole way. And I just get kind of like a weight off my shoulder almost, and just allowed me to be more like myself every single time I step on that mound. And that's just, I think it's made a huge difference. It just helped us come together as a team in big time moments and just come through. So, yeah.
Building off that, Coach, can you talk about Ashley's journey this season?
It's kind of the gift of imperfection. Ashley's a perfectionist. That's why she's had so much success in her life. That's why she graduated with a 4.0 in kinesiology and just got an award for the highest academic, achievement in that program. But we've talked a lot through her career about it's okay to not be perfect. And I think this year she realized I don't have a choice, and I just have to embrace some things that are a little bit different in how I go about things with my practices and how I manage things in the game. And I couldn't be more proud of her, because when you're an elite athlete, that's not easy to do. That's really, really hard to understand that maybe you have to redefine yourself and embrace a new normal. And I use the word embrace because that's the important thing. She didn't just accept it, she embraced it. And that's why she's performing like she is.
Cora?
McKenna, I just want to ask, as a freshman coming in, having someone like Kiki Malloy, who is so solid, in her play, but also as a leader on the team, what has that meant to you this season? How has she kind of helped you adjust it and have such a great first season here?
Yeah, Kiki especially, and everybody else on the team has made the transition, especially from high school to college, very easy. And just seeing them and how they perform and their work ethic and how they lead is just very inspiring for me, and how I want to be when I'm in their shoes. But Kiki, just her drive and her competitiveness, it's really inspiring, especially when we're playing on and off the field. She's just a great person overall.
Madison?
Coach, going back to just talking about Ashley being a perfectionist, I'm sure Ashley was really hard sitting out some of this season. What were your conversations like with Ashley during this time and building her up intentionally to be dominant in the postseason like she is right now?
I think initially it was just understanding that you may not have everything you had before, but you can still go out there and you can be great for your team. And understanding that and embracing that. And then I think just really focusing on what does she have versus what does she not have, and getting her mind locked into those things. And, it's kind of like look at the cup half full rather than half empty. And she just did such a great job through that whole process. And it's a process. It's not something you have one conversation and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm good to go. But it was a process, and we just kind of kept working on it and kept talking on it day by day. And like I said, down at that game against Mississippi State at SECs, when I look down and I see 13 innings and I think only 7 strikeouts and a pitch count that's phenomenal for that many innings, that's the moment I was just so proud of how she's embraced this journey.
Reese?
Kind of when Ashley's going through and mowing everybody down, how much of a relief is it almost as a hitter knowing I don't have to get one run in this contest?
Yeah, she was just going out there, pounding the zone, doing what she knows how to do. So just having that confidence in her and our defense overall was just very uplifting. And, we knew as an offense that we were hitting her and we weren't getting the results that we wanted, but we were inches away from scoring that first run. So just her shutting it down on defense was really helpful for us.
comments from Coach Weekly about how you embraced a really tough role this season to then be able to do what you're doing now and how proud she is of you. What does that mean to you to hear that?
It definitely means a lot. I mean, Karen and I are very similar, and our mindsets are both like think very similarly, and so it's just kind of I'm kind of stubborn too, so like just being
Two?
yeah, but just embracing that, and just I like to look at things that are not the way I want them and fix them, as opposed to accepting or just embracing what I do have and just going with that and forgetting almost about like what I don't have. That's just been the biggest challenge for me, and they really helped me so much with that, and just were there encouraging me every single step of the way. If I didn't like the way a game went, or just like wasn't up to my personal standards, they were like praising that, like, and I was just kind of like, it took me a little bit to just step back and be like, yeah, that is actually good. Like, it may not be what I had in the past, but I mean, and not to the standards that I want to get myself to once I become healthier, but just they were there every single step of the way, and I really just couldn't be more thankful for them pushing me to be the best pitcher I could possibly be in the state that I am.
Finish up with Reese.
I'm just glad she's learning the gift of imperfection far earlier in her life than I did.
Karen, any idea of who you're leaning to tomorrow in the circle?
No idea. No idea. And honestly, no idea. Yeah, we needed to get that one out of the way, and then we'll kind of see, what happens tonight and go from there.
Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.